Hello and welcome to Katrinas Creations. This is our Saturday edition and we have a giveaway going on this week because we have reached 5.6 thousand subscribers. So that is exciting. As you're watching this, Kim and I are at our first craft fair of the year, so hopefully that will go well. I'll give you a little update next week on how that went. So let's get started. I have a couple of finished objects. So we'll talk about the small little finished objects first. I have 3 more little, I'm calling them curler critters. And these are going to be going to the craft fair because I thought kids might have fun with them because they're bendy. They can hang off of things. So yeah, these are going to be at the craft fair. And I also have 1 more scrunchie finished. So these are also going to be at the craft fair. So we'll see how they do. Then I have my big finished object. I finished the continuous join C2C. So it's kind of big to hold up, so I am going to insert a picture so you can see what it looks like. So around the edge of this, when I finished, I've ended with 1 skein of yarn. So it took a total of 8 skeins of yarn to make this. And I used the Tonal Hues, which is by Bag O' Day. This particular color is not for the money, but I had enough extra left from one of the skeins because I did do some color control. So I put this just a single crochet edge all the way around it. Just to kind of give it a little finishing edge to it. So did I like the way it turned out? Yes. Will I make it again? No. And it's not because of the pattern or anything else. Terry over on Yarn Joy podcast did a wonderful tutorial. I'm just apparently directionally challenged. And there were times you're supposed to start at one end and you go down to your 6, it's 6 by 4 squares is what I made. You go down to your 6 and then you come up and then you do this to get your total of 4. I got going the wrong direction a couple times. Each of my blocks here is 14 of these little clusters across, and there you can see where it would end here, and 14 this way, so it's 14 by 14. Somewhere along the line, I did it twice, made one of them 13 by 13, or 13 by 14, because I counted wrong. Some of it threw me because the way the color change was, I thought I was at the end of a square and I wasn't. Yeah, Katrina is directionally challenged and apparently I can't count without taking my shoes off to help me use my toes. So yeah, so one of my squares that's in here, and it's not thankfully overly noticeable, one of my squares that is in here is different from 14 by 14. I think because there was one that was done that was 13, I had to make one of them 15 to get it evened back out again. Because in order to fix it, I would have had to do a second major ripping out. And I already had ripped it out once because I had done that very same thing. So yeah. At this point, it was like, no, I'm done. But I do like how it turned out, and I haven't decided. I think it's going to go in our bedroom, because our bedroom is green. We have green. It's beige, but we have like green curtains and green in our bedspread. So I think this is going to go in our bedroom. But our bedroom upstairs, the spare room, is also green. So I could use it in either one. But it is very, very soft. I will say this yarn had some spots where it wasn't, it's like it didn't twist, and it would be like a section about this long where it would just be kind of just like not plied together. It would just kind of be there. And so as a result, it was thicker than other sections. It didn't happen that often. I ran into it maybe 3 or 4 times out of the 8 skeins of yarn. But that is something that I did run into with this. So that's my other finished project. So then I have 1 work in progress left at this point, and that is the sweater that I am making, and this is a free pattern. It's called the Dragonfly Pullover, and like I said, it is a free pattern. It is knit from the bottom up, And here is what it looks like so far. I am using 3 skeins of yarn, one of which just fell on the floor. I'm getting ready to change skeins of yarn, but these are the 3 colors I am using together. So I do 2 rows with this, and then a row of this, 2 rows, and another row, 2 rows, and then one of these, 2 rows, and one of these. You'll see it when I hold it up in the striping. So that's what it looks like. There you can see the two rows of the brown and then 2 rows of teal, and then in between are the multicolor. So the little teacup here is where I stopped last week. So I've done another 3.5, 4 inches coming up here. This marker here is where my next decrease, because I already did 1 decrease. Well, I did 1 at the bottom here, then you go up 24 rows and you do a decrease and you go up another 24 rows. So I'm right here and I'm on row 16. So I have another 8 rows to go before I'll do my next decrease. And the decreases take place on the side seams. So that is it so far. And I really like the scallop edging at the bottom. So I think this is going to be pretty when I finish. And I have lots to wear with this because I have a teal, the same kind of teal turquoisey color. I have a skirt that's that color. I also have a skirt that is a dark brown. I also have a skirt that is a light brown. And then I have pants that are light brown and dark brown. So I'll be able to wear it with quite a few skirts and pants. So I think I'll get a lot of use out of that. So that's the work that I am working on. My next crochet project I've already looked at. I just recently bought the Pound of Love in the more white color. One was cream, one was ivory. I think it's the ivory. It's the one that's just 1 skein. I'm going to be making a shawl. I've been wanting just a plain white or off-white shawl that I can just wear, because some of my shawls have lots of different colors with them, and if I'm wearing something that has lots of pattern in it, you don't want to throw more pattern with, you know, a shawl that has lots of colors in it. So I thought, well, for summer it would be a good thing to have just a plain kind of white neutral color shawl that I could throw on, you know, to go with other things, because I always wear a shawl at church because it never fails. The air conditioning comes on and it gets chilly, or somebody opens the door coming in the wintertime and you get this draft coming across and right across your shoulders and your legs. So yeah, I'm going to be making a shawl. So the pattern I'm using is a free pattern. It is from Yarnspirations. It's called Sensational Crochet Shawl. The designer is Rebecca Velasquez. So yeah, if you want to check it out, I'm going to insert a picture so you can see it. So in the picture you'll see it has 3 colors in it. I'm not making it in 3 colors. I'm making it in 1 color, but I liked the texture of it. It wasn't just a plain shawl, so I thought that would, since I'm using just 1 color, I wanted a lot of texture to it. So this one, it has, from what I was reading, it has some V stitches in it, and some other stitches as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a fun thing to work on. So that's going to be my next crochet project. So that's what I've been working on this week. What have you been working on? So as you saw, our show and tell was a little short this week. If you would like to contribute to show and tell, you are more than welcome to. It does not need to be just knitting and crochet. It can be any other craft that you like to do, like diamond painting or whatever. You can send me a picture at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com and tell me a little bit about the project. or you can post a picture of it over on my Facebook page, which is Katrina Knits. And either of those ways will get it over to the show and tell segment. Please don't post videos because I can't capture the picture that way. I can't capture a picture from a video to put it on show and tell. So yeah, please just send them as pictures. But we would love to see what you all are working on. So if you missed yesterday's video, you can click the link right here. That'll take you over to it. But I did some yarn dyeing, which is apparently not my strong point. I'm not real creative with colors. I'm better at buying yarn than I am creating it, but I will show you what they finally look like when they were skeined up. I dyed some yarn using some food coloring gel, which I've done before, and I've done other tutorials with it before, but these were some different colors that I had never played with before. So I'll show you what I got. This is the one that I laughingly said looked like blood spatter. It is this bright yellow. I do have to say that the colors came through very vibrant. Sometimes you end up with some that the color doesn't come through. This one came through very vibrant. All of them actually, you know, they didn't dull out a whole lot. Here's a pretty blue one. This was the Christmas one. This is the peppermint stick. This one, this pink came through. This is the pink with the black speckles. The speckles kind of bled out a little bit. They kind of spread out, so it's actually throughout the yarn. It didn't speckle really. But the pink was very, very vibrant the way it turned out. I think my favorite is the purple because I just put purple in it, but look at all the colors. Oops, see if I can hold this up. Look at all the colors that came out of this. That was just done with purple. I did not add anything else to it, but we've got like a maroon and a blue. There's some cream spots where it didn't take as well. But yeah, we've got different shades of purple. This is my favorite one. And this one, this was the brown and the yellow that I put together. It turned out a really pretty kind of goldeny brown, and it's tonal. So I thought this turned out really nice too. I was real happy with that. And then this was the biggest surprise of all. This was the black. And I mean, I do know that dye takes different ways with different wools. Years ago, I made a cape. It was all hand spun yarn, but it was different wools, and I just assumed when I dyed it, it would all dye the same. But I made this cape. It ended up too big. I intentionally shrunk it, which made it absolutely too heavy. It's like you put it on and it weighed you down. I tried to dye it because it was an off-white color, and I knew me and off-white, it wasn't going to stay off-white very long. It was going to be more off than white before long, because I'm terrible at spilling things. So I tried to dye it black. It came out brown, and some of the wool that was other wool that I spun together with it showed up lavender of all things. So I ended up with this odd color brown with lavender speckled cape. I held on to it in the tub of shame. If those of you who have been watching for years remember this cape, because I talked about it being in the tub of shame for almost 20 years before I finally had enough nerve to just throw it out, because I was never going to wear it. I couldn't unravel it because it had felted together, but it had taken so much work because it was all hand spun that it was hard for me to throw it out, but I did that a couple years ago. So yeah, the tub of shame, which is where projects go that don't turn out real well. I think it's empty right now. I don't think I have anything up in the tub of shame anymore. But yeah, that lived there for a very long time. But here's what the black turned out looking like. It really washed out, but it's got like green undertones. It's kind of an olivey, grayish beige, almost like an army colors, sort of. I don't know, it's totally different from what I expected it to be. So yeah, that one was my biggest surprise. It's kind of a muddy swamp color. Muddy swamp, there we go. Just what you want to make something with. So this Friday's video is going to be a surprise to both of us, or to all of us, because I really don't know what I'm going to film right now. So if you have any ideas for Friday's video, please leave them in the comments down below. Now let's get to the giveaway. So we did reach 5,600 subscribers this week. And so we are doing a giveaway. It is open internationally. You must be 18 years or older to participate, which I think unfortunately is most of us. But yeah, in order to participate, you do need to be a subscriber. So if you haven't clicked that little red subscribe button yet, please do so. Click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite thing is to make. So what is the prize? The prize is, I have 2 skeins. This is from Hobium Yarn. I have 2 skeins. I can get it to focus. There we go. Kartopu Basic. It does not have a color number. Okay. It is 30% wool, 70% acrylic, and there's 300 meters, and we have 2 skeins. So it is these 2 skeins of yarn, so a total of 600 meters of purple, really pretty purple yarn, and a bag. This is from Knit Crate. This is Knit Crate. I never used it. It is a zipper bag. So it is up for grabs with the 2 skeins of yarn. I tried to think, I thought this is purple or blue? This is blue. I thought the writing on here was purple because that's why I was trying to match the yarn in this, but it's not. This is blue. So, like I said, this giveaway will run for 1 week. I will announce the winner next Saturday. You do need to be a subscriber, leave a thumbs up, and a comment down below telling me what your favorite item is to make, and that will get you entered. I won't reply to all of the comments because sometimes there's just too many people to keep track of, but I will put a heart next to your comment so you'll know that I have seen it and you are entered. And then, like I said, I will announce the winner next Saturday during the podcast. So good luck to everybody. Now it's time for... So all of the links to the sales I talk about are down below in the description box. If you click the bold word more, it will drop down and they're all listed alphabetically. If there's a coupon code needed, I have that written next to it as well. So let's get started. First off, we have Knit Picks. Knit Picks is running today only. They've been running it for a couple days, but I just discovered it. So they're running it for today only, and that is Select Luxury Yarns, $10 a skein. So these are yarns that are normally much more than that. Like I said, it's while supplies last, and the sale ends today at midnight. Then they also, their yarn of the month, that is Palette Yarns, which is their Knit Picks palette. It comes in probably 100 colors. It's a fingering weight, 100% Highland, Peruvian Highland yarn. I've used it many times before. It's actually very nice. So it is 20% off during the month of April. And then they also have Gloss brand yarn at 10% off. So that is all Knit Picks. Then we have Mary Maxim. Mary Maxim is having a clearance, their clearance yarns. They have some really good deals going on in their clearance section. They also are saying that you get $20 off of orders $69 or more. This ends on Monday. You do need to use a coupon code 20OFF69 to get that discount. So that again is Mary Maxim. Lion Brand is offering 30% off of orders $50 or more. That also ends Monday at 9 a.m. And then lastly, we have Lovecrafts, and they are offering up to 50% off in their clearance section right now. So those are the sales that I know about. Don't forget to enter to get your chance for the yarn and project bag giveaway. And that will be announced next Saturday. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you again on Friday with whatever I happen to decide to film. So thanks again. Bye, everybody.